Hey everyone, welcome back to the Living in Maryland channel where we discuss all things living here in the great state of Maryland. And today we are talking about what it's like to live in Odenton within Central Maryland. This is an awesome location located within Central Maryland, perfectly distanced right in the middle of Baltimore and DC. And most importantly, for a lot of people working here in Central Maryland, is how close it is to Fort Meade. So today we're going to discuss primarily the three bigger areas within Odenton, as far as the communities that people live in that make up a large percentage of Odenton, and what exactly it's like to live here. So we're going to get started right now. As always, I am a licensed realtor here in the great state of Maryland. So if you ever have any questions about what it looks like to buy or sell a home here in the state of Maryland, just want to have a conversation of what that looks like for your personal situation, we would absolutely love to have a conversation with you. So however you feel most comfortable, whether that's by phone, text, or email, please feel free to reach out anytime. So today we are talking about the three main parts that make up Odenton. Of course, there's some other communities and things like that, but there are three major planned unit developments and master planned communities that make up Odenton. So the first is called Seven Oaks, and the coolest thing about this this community is just how close it is to Fort Meade. I mean, you could probably literally walk or ride your bike to Fort Meade from a lot of these, especially southern parts of the community, if they let you do that. I'm not sure if they do that, but it is so close, and it's the closest of any development or any area within Odenton to Fort Meade. So if you're looking to be really close and you want to have almost no commute to work at Fort Meade, this is a great area to be in. This is a community that's made up of majority of townhomes and single family homes. So they really have all style of housing. So it's going to have a lot of what people are looking for here. And then amenities. The really nice thing about all three of these communities is that they all have really a great variety of amenities. So Seven Oaks is no exception to that. They've got, multiple pools. They've got a couple fitness centers, community centers, over, I think it's 8 tot lots and playgrounds. They got basketball courts, tennis courts. So when it comes to really kind of offering the convenience of amenities, this community has them as well. So that's something to check out, especially if you are, like I said, if you are looking to be really close to Fort Meade and really cut that commute down as close to zero as possible. All right, next is going to be the Piney Orchard community, and this has always been one of my favorites. It's just a great community, and this is located within Odenton, but it's going to be more central Maryland. So if you picture, if you're looking at Fort Meade on a map, this is going to basically be southeast of Fort Meade. So it's going to put you a little bit further from Fort Meade, about 10 to 15 minutes, because Piney Orchard does kind of stretch north-south. So depending on what part you're in, it could put you a little further from Fort Meade, but still very close compared to a lot of different areas. If you're someone that's targeting Fort Meade, so this is a great area to be close to that as well. Piney Orchard was built from the mid to late 90s into the early 2000s. It's got all types of housing. It's got townhouses, a variety of condos, both 55 plus communities and non-55 plus communities, and it's got plenty of detached housing as well. If you have looked into Columbia, Maryland at all, Piney Orchard has a little bit of that kind of vibe with it. It's got great amenities, as we mentioned in Seven Oaks, but this community has great amenities as well. It's got a ton of different trails. So if you like to get out, walking, running, skating, all different kinds of things outdoors, paved trails all throughout Piney Orchard. So this is something that's great. It's also got a 45-acre nature preserve where you can get out, into the woods with, the trails aren't paved back there, but it's just a great, it's a great nature area to get out and about in. It's got an ice skating rink, something that we don't see a whole lot throughout communities and towns here in Maryland, but it does have that. It's got pools, community center. It's got everything that you could want as far as amenities in a community. So the feedback that I've gotten from a lot of clients over the years is just how much they've liked getting out, meeting other families, meeting friends, especially a lot of these people being newer to the area, since a lot of people do come here for government work, contracting and government work, whether it's on the civilian side or through the military. So just kind of having that opportunity to get out and meet people organically with all the amenities has just been, a lot of positive feedback over the years. Also, when it comes to Piney Orchard, it does have its own kind of retail shopping center right in the middle of it. The thing that you want to be aware of with Piney Orchard is you are a little more removed from shopping. There's just not as much of it. So the shopping center does have, some restaurants, some places to eat. It's got a grocery store. But if you're looking for some of the bigger chain stuff like a Walmart, Costco, things like that, you're not going to see that within Piney Orchard. You're going to have to go to neighboring towns like, Severn, drive a little further south to Crofton or into Gambrills, things like that. So just being aware of if you are targeting Piney Orchard, you're going to have probably a few extra, minute commute to a lot of everyday things outside of just the standard grocery store that's right within the community. All right, next, moving further south into the most southern part of Odenton is called Two Rivers Community. This is a master plan community built in the last 4 to 5 years. Everything is so new, so upscale. It's really a great option, especially if you are looking for something on the newer side. If you're looking for something, with top tier amenities, this is something that you definitely want to check out. I mean, they've got an indoor gym. They've got a pretty good size, lake. They've got, walking trails, sidewalks everywhere. All the amenities you can think of. I mean, really large, nice pools. They've got, volleyball courts, basketball courts, all sorts of things. So if you are looking to really get engaged with amenities, with neighbors, and then they also have all different types of housing as well. They've got villa style, 55 plus, communities. They've got your standard detached townhomes as well. So I will say some of the homes, especially when the detached ones, they do have really, really small yards to almost very little yard at all. But they also have detached homes that do have your standard, pushing, I don't know, 0.15, so a little under 0.2 acres, where you do have a little bit of yard, whereas a lot of the newer homes built in the last 5 to 10 years have almost none. So there are little chunks of this community that do still give you a little bit of yard if you're looking for that, which is great. I know that would be important for us if we were looking specifically in any type of community. So they really do have all types of homes, but they really do a great job at the amenities. So this is something that you should definitely check out if you're looking into Odenton and being kind of in the mix of Central Maryland. Now, I did mention this is in the most southern part of Odenton, so you're probably looking at a good 20 minutes or so to get to Fort Meade if you are someone who's coming here to the area or looking to work in that particular part of Central Maryland. Another part that I liked about this community is it's pretty removed from a lot of everything. So if you're coming from Piney Orchard, you're going to be driving through a good couple miles of woods before you kind of break through, and then you kind of start driving into this community. So it's really, it's private, it's very, very quiet. I know a lot of families really appreciate and enjoy that, but it also is only 5 to 7 minutes drive a little east onto Route 3, where you're in Crofton there, but you've got all the shopping, all the entertainment, all the retail that you could want to have close by. So it's really got a good mix of both worlds as far as being private and quiet, but also not being very far to all the shopping and all the convenience that most families are going to desire. All right, so those are the 3 main communities within Odenton. Overall, feedback over the years and in my experience showing and selling homes in Odenton, it's a great area, great diverse area. I mentioned Fort Meade a lot because we do get a lot of calls from people who are looking to be close, but in family communities and things like that. But it's not just military. There's just great people there. A lot of locals, a lot of people coming into the area who are working in Baltimore, DC. So it's just a great community if you are looking to be near anything specific, or if you're looking for a great family, quiet area. Odenton in general is a great area to check out. Another thing I wanted to mention is it's only about 25 minutes from Annapolis. So I had mentioned Baltimore and DC, really being kind of right in the middle and in the mix of those 2 metros, but you've also got Maryland's capital, just about 20 to 25 minutes. That would be southeast. And that's a great area. They've got a great historic downtown, a lot of great restaurants and seafood. So that's another area that it's great to be close by in this area. So if you ever have any questions about living in Odenton or living in Maryland in general, please feel free to reach out and we would love to assist, and we will see you at the next video.